captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
About to go crazy, right? Just hit me. Oh. Yabba dabba doo. The got hot ham LA Dodgers. The Brooklyn Bums. The Los Angeles Trolley Dodgers on top of the MLB for the 8th time in history. Los Angeles comes back historic Game 5 against the New York Yankees. Largest deficit, came back to clinch, win, however the hell you say it. 5-0 early. The Yankees looking like they're going to go back to LA. Now it seems that would only be for vacation. Shout out to the LA Trolley Dodgers. The Brooklyn Bums taking back what's theirs. I guess it's theirs. 8 World Series titles for the Dodgers. It's Thursday, baby. My man Jaden Chandler Parnell is in the green room right now. We're going to talk all things football, both collegiate and NFL. The things are heating up on the gridiron. Also got some NBA action, NHL action, and boy, oh boy, don't look now. There's actually college basketball lines posted at your local sports book. But anyway, without any further ado, this is Captain by a Hook with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. And boy, oh boy, are we about to have a beautiful 6 months together. But before we get to that, let's talk some football, baby. Week 8, week 9. My man, Paul Poole, live here with you. Boy, Fred Flintstone. Talking some foosball. What'd you say? It's week 9 and week 10?
Already, man. It's flying by. Just going too fast. The fact that we're already in college basketball season is crazy.
I swear, two weeks ago we was talking about week 1.
Honestly, it really feels like it. Now all of a sudden we're in week 9 and 10. It's crazy. Time's going too fast, man. We need this shit to slow down a little bit.
I know.
Having too much fun.
Life, it's a two-edged sword. Nothing bad lasts too long, and everything good goes too fast.
Hate to see it.
How you feel about your Yankees, man?
Oh man, tough. Cause when you go to bed 5-0, and you're like, all right, game 6 later, we'll just have a little bit of fun. Place the Yankees to win the World Series at plus 900, little sprinkle when they were down 3-0. Like, all right, well, some fun. Game 6. Wake up. Finally, first few scrolls I see is Dodgers make a historic comeback. Like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Historic.
And then I just hear miscues from, I think it was like Cole, Rizzo, and Judge. I'm just like, I ain't gonna look at this shit, whatever.
I put it to you like this. As the game was ending, I'm looking at the score, and it was just the most glaring, obvious, ugly stat I've ever seen in my life was the Yankees having 3 errors last night on that scoreboard. I didn't watch the full game. I actually didn't cut it on until it was 5-5. I was about to go to bed, and I was like, man, hold on. 5-5. Dodgers probably gonna end this shit tonight. Let me watch the rest of this game. Ended up watching the rest of the game. Man. Weird way to lose it too. Catcher's interference, and then right after that, Mookie takes the lead with the sacrifice. But shout out to the Dodgers, man.
You hate to see it. Yeah, shout out to the Dodgers for real though. I mean, they earned it. They kicked their ass. I mean, hey, you can't say they didn't put it any other way. They just kicked their ass and won it.
No, it was weird because going into the World Series, I was leaning the Yankees. And I was like, Dodgers. I was like, it just feels like the Yankees' year. Then I was like, I just like the Dodgers. The last second, man, like Thursday at the airport before I left, I just bet Dodgers. I said, fuck it. I'm going to LA. World Series is in LA. And then boom, game 1 and 2, they just destroyed them. I said, oh yeah.
Spanked them.
It was the happiest 2 games of my life. I knew they wasn't losing. Even if it got back to game 6 Friday night in LA. That's not something you want to see as a baseball team. But let's jump over to this college football, man. Run us through your slate, talk us through the games that you're looking at. Put our ears where your eyes are on this college football board.
We are never going to win this game. I kind of lean Ohio State -3.5 just because of the Franklin aspect, but I have nothing in that game that's going to be a fun game to watch because that's the something's got to give game. I don't know if you've seen it on X, but Ohio State's like 2-6 against like top 5 teams, which most of those are Michigan, let's be honest. And then
yeah, I was about to say I didn't need to see that. I've been laughing at them losing the last 3 years.
Yeah, they've been losing Michigan a little bit. And then there's Franklin, who's like 1-6 against like Ohio State or something like that. So someone's got to give. I'm not taking anything in that game. Let's be honest. Screw it. We'll start with Friday though. Bounce back real quick. Boise State -23.5. Let's have some action on Friday. I really don't have a good reason to give that to you. I just want some action on the Friday. So we're going to take Boise State -23.5. I mean, I think they should win this game, honestly. San Diego State isn't the best football team. Boise State is home. They've had like almost a week break now, too. So actually, I think almost like a week and a few days. So it might not be too bad. But yeah, let's be real. I don't got a real reason. Let's just have some Friday action there. Real reasons here. Illinois +2.5. I'm kind of shocked they're home dogs. I think people are overreacting a bit to the Oregon game. I don't think people realize how good Oregon is, honestly. So I'm going to be taking Illinois +2.5 here. Minnesota is good as well, but I don't trust Minnesota to win these big games at all either. At least Illinois has proven they can do it this year. So like Illinois +2.5, probably going to take a money line because why not? Duke +20.5. I'm looking at, but I don't know if I can do it against Miami. But Miami's been playing a lot of close games. That's the only reason. And Duke can play some close games, but they also can get their ass kicked. So I'm just kind of like, maybe it's week 10. I've made a decent amount of money in college this year. I don't think I got to bet every game on the board. So this is one of those ones I'm looking at a little bit. We'll see how Thursday night goes tonight with NFL when we get there. And if it's a good night, we might have a few extra little bit of pennies to throw on Duke +20.5. Eastern Michigan +8.5. I just like the number. Honestly, I can't give you any other reason than I like it. 8.5 for a home team who's just been scrappy in a lot of the games they played. And Toledo is not the same Toledo they've been this year so far in the MAC.
The MAC.
Oh, there they are. I was about to say I didn't see the two wagons. Army -21.5, Indiana -7.5. I don't think I need to explain myself anymore. If you're a follower of the show and you've been watching week in and week out, I've come on here. I've said the same shit about Indiana week in and week out. I've said the same shit about Army week in and week out. And it still stands true. They still both look really good. Curtis Rourke for Indiana might be actually coming back this game to play as well. So that's a good sign for Indiana against a Michigan State team that Aiden Childs can either be, what's the best way to put it? He can either be Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl or it could be Anthony Richardson not playing the Houston Texans. So, I mean, that gives you a lot of variance right there. Shout out my boy, though, for real. I hope we don't need to get into that, but it's tough. Anyway, and I do like Indiana -7.5, though, like I said, just because they've been kicking everybody's ass. And I only see them losing 2 games this year. So, I mean, if they don't, and plus, let's be honest, they don't cover. They've been so good to us this year that we can afford at least one loss with them. It's going to suck, but obviously it happened. Army -21.5 against Air Force. This isn't a military academy game, so this does have some like freaky voodoo with it. But Bryson Daly's been a dog, and I just think Army's going to cover and win. Do what they've been doing the last few games. This is another maybe. Oregon -14.5 against Michigan. I just mean they've kicked everybody's ass. Why can't they kick Michigan's ass, who doesn't have a good quarterback? Michigan is home though. For whatever reason, I just feel kind of weird about it. It was at 15.5. Now it's at 14.5. I don't know. Michigan's not good. I don't know why. I'm so bothered by it. I'm probably gonna end up taking it. I just need to probably talk myself into it a little bit more. Just because, yeah, Michigan's not been
I
good.
definitely think that line should be 19, 20.
It was at 15
Maybe
yesterday,
even
moved down to
21.
14.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising. Yeah, I agree. I'm very shocked by this line, honestly. It feels a little low, but at the same time, it's like, it feels high. But also, Michigan does kind of suck. They have not been very good on offense this year. Defense has been amazing. That's the part I am kind of worried about. But yet again, Dylan Gabriel, to his credit, he's been playing pretty well.
They
Vanderbilt.
just, yeah. My
Go
bad.
ahead.
Go ahead. I
No,
can
no,
just
no.
see Oregon. You look up, it's 38-7.
Oh, yeah, easy. I can see it could be literally like the Illinois game where I thought Illinois was going to keep it at least within 21, and you turn that game on within like 5 to 7 minutes. You're like, oh, they got no chance today. All right, cool. We can move on to the next game. That was nice to see at least. I do give that. Shout out to Oregon for at least getting it over with early so I can just move on. There ain't
Yeah.
nobody want to watch a 21 point spread game unless it's close. Anyway, Vanderbilt plus 7.5 against Auburn. This is just, I'm going to give you my shitty handicap version for time's sake. Vanderbilt kept it close with Alabama, beat Alabama. Kept it close with Texas, beat Texas. Oh, no, sorry, didn't beat Texas, but they at least lost to Texas, but then close. I don't think Auburn's that good. And I think Texas and Alabama are a little bit better than Auburn. And overall, I think Vanderbilt's just a pretty good team. I'm kind of shocked they're 7.5 point dogs. I think the number's just way too big. Honestly, if it was 3, okay, it kind of makes sense. I just don't get what. I mean, maybe I'm not seeing something in Auburn, but I do not get the Auburn love. Right there was 7.5 points. I mean, unless somebody's injured, which that would make sense for the number. Then I haven't looked to see if like it makes me wonder if Vandy's quarterback's injured or something because that just feels like a weird number.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I'm about to actually look that up to cover my ass because I didn't do that for Ollie Gordon last week with Oklahoma State. I don't know. I think he's fine. I don't see any.
Oh, man. Google don't even work.
Oh, I didn't even attempt to go to Google because that Diego Pavia banged up, expected to play Saturday. Yeah, I don't know why it's 7.5 then. All right, give me Vanderbilt plus 7.5. Kansas State minus 12.5 against Houston. This is a number I'm kind of looking at. I mean, if Kansas State is a good team, it is. They probably should win this game by about 14-17. So the 12.5 shouldn't be a worry. But same time, they've been playing a few close games lately, so I'm just kind of looking at that. Iowa State minus 13.5 is a hedge opportunity for me. As a guy who's super deep in Colorado futures, Iowa State is a first place team. It's them, BYU, and then I think Kansas State, then Colorado in the rankings for the Big 12. Iowa State's been really good this year. Texas Tech has played a lot of good games this year, actually. So I'm kind of excited to watch this game. I'm kind of debating taking Iowa State just for. I think they should win this game by about that much. I'm also kind of scared that Texas Tech's going to find a way to keep it close. At the same time, Iowa State's been a really good football team. This feels eerily similar to the Oregon game to me in a way, but obviously Iowa State's not what Oregon is.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in between, but I think I'm to the point where I'm going to just stay. We'll see. This is another one of those games where if noon games are going well, I'll throw it on. If not, I have no issue staying away and maybe trying to get a better number live. And if they end up winning here, it's just like, damn, missed it. I got 2 more left. Texas A&M minus 2.5 over South Carolina. I just think they're going to win this game. I actually bet them plus 460 to win the SEC. They're actually in first place of the SEC, and they were plus 700 last week. It's moved to plus 460. I mean, the hardest game on their schedule is this game, and then they got 2 basically. I'm not going to say cupcakes, but it's like New Mexico and somebody else, and then they got Texas. So I mean, if they're able to win those games, they're going to be for sure be in the SEC title game. And then it's just hey, you make the title game, anything can happen. Georgia's shown every SEC team's shown they can get got basically. So I mean, it's if you're in the SEC title game with another SEC team, anything can happen. I feel like, especially like Georgia just put up stinkers. Texas, I mean, we don't need to get into them. Bama, I mean, they play close games. They can get got. SEC's a crapshoot. Like I said, I kind of like. Go ahead.
You want to win? Put Manning in.
Can't wait to see him next year, honestly. But yeah, Texas, because let's be real, they're going to keep Quinn. Even Quinn's hurt still, obviously, the way he's playing. Well, that's what they're saying. But SEC, win the SEC, 460 takes him. Don't mind that. Last one, Pitt plus 7.5 against SMU. I just love the fact that 7.5. Pitt's been really good this year, and they've made me eat on 2 of these 2 games now. So it's like, all right, I like these boys a little bit. I'm gonna ride them this time instead and take the 7.5. A lot of college lines, honestly, that's like, hey, I'm getting a lot of good hooks. 8.5, 7.5. It's 12.5 minus 12.5 instead of 14.5. It's feels like a good weekend to get some of these numbers. So either I'm just seeing something completely wrong, or these books are giving out a gift in week 10. A few of them at least.
That's that time of year, man. Everybody, including the books, lost in the sauce. It's hard to rate a lot of teams, man, especially in college football, because one week they come out, they win 56-0, the next week they lose 56-0. But I do think a lot of these lines are weird. I agree with you there.
Yeah, college is like you said. It's one of those things. I mean, shit. Army destroys Charlotte. Navy destroys Charlotte. Memphis at home, a team that probably should beat Charlotte. That game comes down to the wire. I mean, it's any game on Saturday at this point. Because I mean, all it takes is for a team not to show up and then they get got. I mean, shit. We saw what happened with Nebraska. Nebraska gets their ass kicked by Indiana. Ohio State. I think they lost to Oregon the week before. It wasn't an ass kicking, but lost to Oregon before they play each other. That's a tight, close game because both those teams have an edge this week. It's one fun thing about college football. It's like you really got to show up every single week, or you can get got. I mean, Kennesaw and Liberty 24-point dogs lost to Kennesaw. Now and then they just lost to Jacksonville State. They haven't lost for like almost 2 years. Now they just lost back-to-back games. Getting wild out there.
Somebody got to talk to them lunch ladies. Get them boys right.
For real. Get them boys right. Man, the boys ain't eating right.
Tostino's pizzas. Get them some carbohydrates.
Eating those brick. You can't even get in the good Uncrustables. They're eating those hard ones. They're buying the cheap ones. Hey, you about to throw those out? We'll take those.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. Get them boys some mashed potatoes, a hot meal, some steak.
Sheesh.
Hey, shout out Jacksonville State, by the way. 2 weeks in a row now, I'm coming on the show with a little bit of extra Thursday night money because of Rich Rod and them boys.
Rich Rod.
They were plus, I think, like 200 to win Conference USA, and there's no way that stayed now.
Oh, no.
They beat Liberty. Liberty was with them last night. Yeah, they went to plus 165. Now it's between them and Western Kentucky to win it. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you good. Man, I'm geeked about this college football playoffs coming up. Next week, maybe we'll talk a little more about that. Actually start looking at some brackets.
Can I bring up one thing real quick about it, at least?
Yeah.
Indiana, 2 to 3 weeks ago, plus 260. They're now plus 100. One more team to bring up. Boise State, minus 140.
The Indiana prices to make the playoffs?
Plus 100.
Damn.
Dude, I'm telling you, they were literally like 2-3 weeks ago. They're like plus 3, plus 400. I've been watching it. I've been like kind of looking at them like, I've been the same way. I'm like, there's just no way. And then the more you look at their schedule, it's like, oh, holy shit, this is about to be like the more the weeks go on, it's about to be a 1 or 2 loss Indiana team. Like they legitimately might have a true shot. I mean, I know you don't want. We can save it for next week. We don't have to talk into it too much. But if you look at Army plus 800, in my personal opinion, Army plus 800 and up, unless something like magical happens, those are the teams that I expect are going to be in the college football playoffs. Like there's I believe I did it on my show Tuesday or Wednesday. There's 22 teams, 22, 23 teams, and 12 of them make college football playoffs out of that grouping. Obviously, I don't think Army is going to make it. That's just if they beat Notre Dame, all of a sudden it's like, oh, holy shit, they're going to be probably one of the best group of 5 teams if Boise loses. It's starting to heat up a little bit because yeah, it's weird. We're starting to get some of these teams like Indiana can make it. Penn State probably going to make it. I mean, if Penn State loses to Ohio State,
I would have loved to take Indiana at 3,400.
Yeah, it's that's one I'm kind of sad about missing a little bit. That's like Ashton Genty plus 3,300. That's one of the ones like, man, I've been watching this for 4 weeks and just haven't bet it. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, that's a stinker right there.
Love it. Hey, your Tulane boys plus 1,000. Big game tonight.
Yeah.
No, I think it's in 2 weeks. I think
the Green Wave. What we got? Like you said, 2 games left in the season.
No, we got November 26th is the last week of games. So we got like an actual, like a literal month, and then we got conference. I think it's like month left. Conference championships, Army Navy,
and then we get our Boise State money.
Either that or it's a week off and then conference championship. Yeah, I think November 30th is about when that thing should cash out.
Hell yeah. Tulane minus 14.5 taking on Charlotte tonight.
I think it's next week when the big game is. They have a big game coming up. I know that.
The Green Wave, baby.
Shout out your boys.
Shout them out. And I shout out
What's happening,
to
man?
somebody's
Heating up.
boys. Houston Texans. New York Jets. The Jets hosting Houston tonight in New York, New York City. So nice they named it twice. I don't know how these damn books they got to this price. Jets minus 1.5 favorites in this game. 130 minus 130 on the money line. Total set at 42 in the hook. You can get them Texas boys at plus 110. I only made one NFL bet this week, and it was the Houston Texans on the money line, plus 110.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I know Vegas obviously knows something because they put these lines out, but what the hell they know? Like,
Only thing I could think is historically, when you fire your coach, you have a 41-year-old quarterback, and you get his best friend as a receiver. The third week after that happens, teams must jail.
I mean, that is fair. They've been together for 3 weeks now. That is very fair. I mean, one thing I can see is it's a quick turnaround. I mean, I don't know. It just feels weird. So I'm with you. I'm on the Texans money line. It just feels weird. I'd be okay. This is one of those ones I'm okay with losing if the Jets win. Like I've lost with the Jets enough to be like, screw them. I don't even care anymore. I'm over them.
I'd be mad if I lost this bet and didn't double down on him to lose twice. Like, there's no way.
Right?
Like the Jets just lost to the Patriots 3 days ago.
And I know it's a division thing. People can talk about that, but man, they lost on 4th and goal to the Patriots.
They found ways to lose games they were supposed to win. The only game they looked good in this whole season was against Will Levis.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Bill Belichick said it best. I hate to say it, but he really said it best. I mean, Robert Saleh had that defense. That defense looks undisciplined now. And their defense is slowly slipping a bit. Now the offense, I mean, it's okay. But man, yeah, they're tough scenes. I'm on Texas money line with you. I also have Joe Mixon rushing over. He's rushed for 100 yards 3 games in a row. NBA Jam rushed for a touchdown 3 games or touchdown 3 games in a row. NBA Jam. So we're on his rushing over 81.5. Him to rush over 100 yards is plus 180. You want to take that as well? I probably will. And then anytime touchdown minus 135. And then I know we aren't going to say it on air. I said it on my show very quietly. You know.
Yeah, I ain't taking that shit this week.
Hey, this is the game to do it. There was if you watched the Patriots game last week, somebody was getting out of their rush lanes really bad and leaving big old gaps.
I just don't like the number, man.
That's fair. That is very fair. It is kind of scary.
I'll say this. I bet it first 6 weeks. I think I went 4-2. And then they moved it from 6.5 to 8. And it's just been ass ever since, personally. But I haven't bet it since. I haven't really watched it the last 2 or 3 weeks. I just know since it moved from 6.5, I stopped betting it.
Only reason I'm thinking about it a little bit tonight too is no Nico Collins, obviously, no Stephon Diggs. There's gonna be all hands on deck.
Yeah, I forgot about Stephon Diggs. That might be why this line's crazy. Who the hell is gonna throw the ball to?
Tank Dell, Xavier Hutchinson, Cade Stover. It's tough. I was reading some of those names. They need to receive. That would have been a good Deontay Johnson team, but shout out the Ravens.
Yeah.
Got him the hell out of Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, you look at these names. Robert Woods.
Oh, man. Old.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's tough, dude. I was looking at some of the projects yesterday. Like, God damn. This is the morgue.
I see why Joe Mixon 80 is looking good.
Yeah, let's just say that the article tonight ain't gonna have too many props on
it.
Yeah. Oh man, cause I ain't taking Jets props. I'll tell you what, I am done with that team, man. I'm over them. I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm tired of losing money on that team. I'm actually sick of it.
I think the Jets have broken the entire world's heart at least 4 times this season.
And Devontae Adams still doesn't have a touchdown with Aaron Rodgers. That's how you know it's broken.
Yeah. In the words of Kojak. when it comes to the Houston Texans money line. I'll take it because I know I'm right, and you know I'm right. All right?
Couldn't say it better myself.
Ciao. New England Patriots. Speaking of the darn dirty dogs, they're taking on the Tennessee Titans this week. Game set at -3.5 to the Tennessee Titans at home. New England coming off of that
Let it
huge
go.
win. Total set at 38 and a hook here. 3.5 is. I wouldn't know what to do with this number or this game or these teams if you literally gave me a week just to bet this game.
They're trying their hardest to keep it at 3.5, as you can
Oh,
see. I mean, they're
desperately.
just. I'm taking New England at 3.5 here, just for the simple fact that Tennessee's. I mean, both these teams stink. So I'm going to take the three. Let's be real. We shouldn't bet this game at all. You should probably stay away from this game. But I'm just going to take Pats plus 3.5. Just I don't know. I'm just doing it. Why not? I mean, they aren't a horrible team. They aren't a great team. And if Drake May plays, I feel great about it. If the Brisket plays, I'm just going to stay away. That's basically my. I won't. I'm going to bet it, assuming that Drake May plays, and then if he doesn't play, I'm going to look at the first opportunity to cash out. Let's just
Man,
put it that way.
ain't nothing wrong with that. New Orleans Saints somehow,
Boys,
some way,
you know why they are.
it's -7.5
Mm-hmm.
on the road against one of the hottest offenses in the world. Carolina, baby, the Panthers, home dogs, +7.5. I can't get there. I never will get there. You're talking about a team that put up 8 points on Sunday, 10 points 2 weeks ago on Thursday Night Football. 18 points in the last 2 games. I don't give a damn who you playing. You shouldn't be favored by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, even with Bryce. Yeah, if it tells they obviously had Bryce Young baked in the starting because it's a very similar thing happened on my show again where I'm talking live and they're announcing Bryce Young starting. There's that line for a minute, it didn't move. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. Derek Carr's at least coming back, so if I would bet this, I'd only bet the 7.5, hoping that Derek Carr comes back. Then they're going to light him up. But past that, yeah, there's a lot of games like this where I don't need to bet this game. I have no reason to be near this game. I'm just going to stay away from this game.
Derek Carr, when asked about coming back and saving this season, saving this team, his answer, I am no savior. Kid don't even believe in himself.
Man, I was media would talk about that more. But now let's anyway.
Denver
Oh
Broncos,
goodness.
baby. Actually, one of the hottest teams in the NFL this season. One of the most surprising stories, at least. 9.5 point dogs on the road taking on the Baltimore Ravens, who have MVP favorite Lamar Jackson going crazy this season. 9.5 at home for Baltimore. It's Baltimore or nothing for me in this game. But I don't know, man. Your brain's saying the Denver Broncos defense, this, that, they can keep it close. But then my heart's saying Broncos lose by 30. I don't know where I'm at on this game. I don't know where you're at on this game. Probably just going to end up staying away from it.
Do you have anything else? I mean, you're saying everything like perfect bar spit bar for bar. I'm the same way. I don't 9.5 feels like so too big of a number to where I have to take Broncos at the same time. It's like it's 9.5 for a reason. I don't know. So I'm just staying away. I think I'll just probably take some Derrick Henry stuff. Some Lamar Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns has been fun. That's -120, still a little bit low. That's been fun to take these last 2 games because that's been hitting pretty decently. Derrick
It
Henry,
looks like he's
good.
going for that MVP.
That'd be cool. It'd be awesome for him, honestly. Derrick Henry's 88.5. I actually wonder who is MVP this year.
No, it's going to be a great question. You got Josh Allen with no interceptions. You got Lamar Jackson putting up 5 touchdown games on people's heads. And then you got
Mahomes
Patrick
has 9.
Mahomes.
It's not going to be him, I think, feel like, right? He has 9 interceptions.
Who?
Mahomes boy.
Mahomes?
He has 9 interceptions, tied for the league lead.
That's crazy, man. I
All
mean,
those interviews.
it goes back to that old question though. What do you value? 7-0 or 4-3 with no interceptions? I don't
That's
know the
very
Bills'
fair.
record,
I
but
think they're like 2 losses, maybe. No,
I
you're
mean,
right though.
let me ask you this: we get down to the last week of the season. How many losses do you think the Chiefs have to have for somebody else to win it? I mean, if the Chiefs are 16-1, 17-0, you think it has to go to Mahomes, right? Regardless
Yeah.
of stats.
Yeah, it's gonna be for him. It's gonna be a record thing potentially. Yeah, but I don't know. That's just one of those weird things where the NFL could be like, you know what? We'll give them the postseason awards because they're winning the Super Bowl again, aren't they? If they're 16-1 again, but no, I don't know. That's a really good question. And they're only going to get better. He has no weapons, so they're only going to get better. So it's like,
Yeah, they just beat
honestly,
that D Hop.
I'm kind of you have very good points. Honestly, it might be a good time to get him at plus 500 potentially. But yeah, it'll be a fun MVP race because yeah, Lamar Jackson, like you said, is playing for us. That puts us 9.5 at the point where it's like, yeah, they might beat him they might bust their ass by 30 to try to prove a point, especially after losing last week.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Lamar Jackson put up monster stats. And that's why I think if the Chiefs do have maybe 3, 4 losses, even a Ravens team with 5 or 6 losses, and Lamar Jackson doing what he's doing, definitely might
That's
see.
what's going to become. That's what's going to
Yeah.
become. If the records get close, then yeah, it's going to become a stat thing. But yeah, if the Chiefs are like 17, like 16-1, 15-2, something like that, it's like you kind of feel like you got to give it to Mahomes then because like this is supposed to be their year where they're going to be their worst again. And
Bro, we've been saying it for 2, 3 years now, and it don't look like they fucking up
God,
anytime soon.
yeah,
Also,
yeah,
I've heard
I
Lamar
don't get it.
Jackson to be one of the first quarterbacks ever that didn't have a Super Bowl ring to win 3 MVPs.
That's crazy. That's what you
So
get in the Mahomes
people are
era.
talking about they don't know if old school people will vote for Mahomes vote for Jackson just because of that.
No, they don't care about that shit.
You don't think so?
I think it'd be, if anything, it'd be even more of a storyline if they voted for that. I don't think. I feel like that's more of a NBA thing than an NFL thing where it comes to storylines like that. I feel like the NFL can they definitely are a little bit more biased when it comes to like MVP because it's basically only a quarterback award now. But I feel like
Yeah.
they can. I mean, I'm not gonna say they aren't gonna do it because there's definitely probably gonna be some people who I feel like might think that way. But I think overall, I think majority of them will kind of be like, if he earns it, he's gonna kind of get it.
Yeah. I will say this: NBA, they've diminished all of their records. Mean nothing.
All their awards too.
That's what I meant. Yeah, all their awards mean nothing. It just feels like they give it to the whoever got the most followers on Twitter that week.
It is sad, man. We don't have to get into it obviously because that's a whole long spiel. But yeah, they've been. I would say some of them probably still matter a little bit, but some of them are just like, oh, there's some tough ones you see where it's like, how do you get that?
Yeah.
Like, oh, so that's gonna be on the record books forever.
Now I feel like every
Okay.
year they come out at the beginning of the season and they say we're changing the criteria for this award just so at the end of the season they can force whatever player they want into that box.
So dumb. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I just yeah, NBA is just becoming it. They're getting their own damn way. They're starting to become like baseball and just getting their own way.
Yeah. They're running amok over there. Anyway, the Las
Too much
Vegas
change.
Raiders. Yeah. Has been a lot of change. Raiders, baby, taking on the Bengals. Touchdown plus the hook.
Fuck
Bengals
is this
seven and a
game?
half. You said what?
What the fuck is this game?
I have no idea. That's how I feel about this whole NFL slate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if it is because of college basketball starting on Monday, and that's all I'm thinking about, and that's all my mind wants. But I
Yo,
cannot look at these football lines this weekend and take anything serious.
you're not alone, dude. There's a lot of weird lines out here that just seem fishy. It's just like, man, why is that 7.5? Like, I get the Raiders are, I mean, the Chiefs. That's literally like the number the Chiefs beat them by. The Bengals offense has been pretty bad, so it's almost enticing you to bet Raiders. But it's like, I don't know how you feel about the Raiders, but
I wouldn't
I
touch
don't
them with
like
a
that
10
team
foot
too much.
pole.
Give me a 12-foot one. I don't want anywhere near that team. And that's a team where you just put all the stakes around, and you're just like, hey, just don't go near that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, this game's
that's for
just
sure.
I might take some
You can't do it.
maybe Chase stuff. But,
Yeah, it's hard to stay away from his props because he's the only guy producing. I feel like in this entire game on both teams.
Especially if T. Higgins is out, I would love some Chase stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Chargers of Los Angeles. Those darn lightning bolts. They're road favorites, -1.5. Damn near a pick 'em here between them and the Cleveland Browns with Jameis Winston at the realm. Offense is clicking. Total here set at 42 and a hook. If I had to bet anything in this game, it'd be the over 42.5. I just think Jameis Winston is gonna press the issue. Whether he's throwing pick sixes or touchdowns or he's just giving up bad field position, I think this game, total wise, I think both teams get into the 20s and get over this 42 and a hook.
Could I interest you in Jameis Winston over 1.5 passing touchdowns plus 150?
You can do more
No.
than that. You can talk about it, and I'll bet it.
I do like that number. Justin Herbert as well is plus 154. That one I'm not as interested in, but the Jameis one I kind of am as well. I'm actually on Chargers here, I think. I just love I'm going to take the money line at this point. 124 is not bad. But I just love the way they play, especially because the Browns won last week. Now I'm even more enticed to be like, oh yeah, Chargers can steal this because the Browns aren't, losing 8 in a row. The only thing that sucks is now the Browns will for sure score over 20 points because
Yeah.
they actually have a quarterback who's capable in. So that part does kind of stink. But I mean, I just love what I saw from the Chargers team last week, especially from the linemen. I don't know if what's up with you Saints players, man? Is he just that dirty, or do you think he still had the ball? What was that, man? That was rough. Tough look.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was dirty live. A lot of Saints fans came on Twitter with some excuse talking about he thought he still had the ball, which I thought was even reading.
Bro, that thing's way out of there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess I get it. You on the ground praying for life. I don't know.
He had him in the Kurt Angle ankle lock. He was trying to hit him with the. No,
Yeah,
honestly, I love the lineman coming to his defense of his quarterback. I love the offsetting penalties. I love the way the NFL handled it, but I just love the grit the Chargers are playing with. Justin Herbert's starting to get chirpy a little bit now too. Harbaugh's starting to rub off on that team, and you're slowly seeing it. So that's why I love the -1.5 here because I think it's going to come down to the coaching. I feel like these are two very similar teams. It comes down to the quarterback turnover variability and the coaching variability for me, and I'm going to ride with the Chargers in that case. But yeah, back to that real quick though. That was just wild. That was just wild. It's like, dude, that lasted forever, man.
yeah, it sucks too though. I mean, I'm from this. I'm gonna be honest. Watching football this season is even worse than it's ever been, and I could just be an old head. But you can't touch these guys no more.
Yeah.
I watched it 2 weeks ago. Patrick Mahomes literally uh, plowed through somebody at the goal line because they just let him. And
Scared
I'm
to
gonna
hit
be
him.
honest with you, bro. I'm a grown ass man. I would take 15 yards and you're gonna be laid out on that motherfucking goal line whether you score or not. But you ain't finna run over me as no damn quarterback, bro.
It's going to start becoming that soon, especially if these quarterbacks start running dudes over. It's going to start flipping back a little bit the other way, where they're
Cause
like you
yeah, we
said,
like, all
like,
right, bro, take your little slide, and all of a sudden, Herbert even did that to Matthew. It's like, all right, bro, just go out of bounds, and I'm gonna hit you with the shoulder as I'm going out of bounds. All right, bro. But when we come and lay your ass out, you crying. So I'm
just
gonna be
wait.
honest. I don't give a damn about the 15 yards. If I'm a coach, I'm saying take off these quarterbacks' head every chance you get. You catch them on the sideline, lay their ass the fuck out. You catch them not sliding, lay their ass the fuck out.
I,
I'll take some
I,
15-yard penalties to send a message.
that's what I'm saying. The worst part too is like I semi agree because quarterbacks are starting to get to the point where they feel too safe with it. Where it's like, all right, you guys got to remember, you're football players too now. Like if you aren't getting out of bounds, you're gonna get your ass hit. And now
Oh,
I'm not all for the
yeah.
egregious stuff, all the late shit. No, not all that. I'm talking about all legally in the. Well, obviously you are too, but we're talking in the within the field of play, obviously, not like
Yeah.
5 yards out of bounds, spearing the dude's helmet like he's Roman Reigns.
No, but we starting to give up extra 10, 15 yards on every quarterback run because we just like, oh, we're here now, slide. And they're like, no, I'm not sliding. And then it's like, oh, now I got to
Yeah,
take
so
you. And it's like 7 yards just went by
might
when
as well
you
just
just
drill
let
him
them.
then.
Yeah.
As well.
I mean, we
Is it a
just saw
little
Patrick Mahomes walk to the sideline, put the ball like this, and just tiptoe down the sideline walking because nobody's going to touch him because they keep thinking he's about to go out of bounds. And all of a sudden, 23 yards later down the field, it's like, oh, we got to tackle this guy. When three people could have already laid his ass out.
Yeah. Yep, we're in agreement there. Yeah, It's coming soon for sure. It's gonna be like Sean Taylor versus that punter here soon.
Nah, bro, it couldn't be me. As soon as Patrick Mahomes walked down that sideline, I don't give a damn. The very next play, you talking about between the line? I don't give. I'm taking a late hit, whatever, bro. I'm laying your ass out. Especially you come down that same drive on the. I think it was that same drive, and he runs into the dude on the goal line. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm
know.
talking. Bro,
Yeah.
no way. I'm getting up and fighting, bro.
Worst part too is that guy, that DB who did it. He lays the woods. The fact that I was kind of like, oh shit, oh
And
god,
that's
dang,
you can tell.
okay,
Obviously, he was like, he about to score anyway, bro.
yeah.
And then Patrick Mahomes was like, yeah, I'm a beast, big dog. Like, bro, all
That,
right,
as he's running in, he's like, "Hey, got your bitch ass."
yeah, like, bro, for what?
Bro could have just ran in. He's like, actually, no, and fuck you. It just runs him over.
And we supposed to not give a damn about it, but I don't know. I don't know what he could have did differently. I mean, I guess he could have just let go, and their purpose still got the ball. Just f your job.
It's a tough situation because they're gonna get fined for it too. It's just it's tough. NFL baby put himself in a tough spot now with all this shit. So
No, I love it, man. Miami Dolphins, baby. Too hot to handle. Actually, I don't know what they look like on Sunday. Uh,
I
Saints
don't know how
put
they
them in a
lost that game.
coma early.
Sorry, you keep going. I don't even want to. You can keep going. Sorry, I just had to bring that up. I don't know how they lost that game.
Yeah, I thought they actually won, but I don't remember. I watched the Packers game. I had not all my money, but I had like 3 bets on the Packers, and of course they went by 3 and don't cover the 4.5. And then I just once I realized the Saints was ah,
Yeah.
Dolphins, baby, taking on the Buffalo Bills -5.5 at home for Buffalo. Total 49 in the hook. I think they're gonna shoot it out. I think this game's actually gonna be opposite. I will lean under, but I'm just gonna stay away.
I'm gonna take Bills 5.5, and then that's maybe take passing touchdowns from either. Ah, probably not actually. I'm probably just gonna take the Bills 5.5. I just think they're probably gonna kick their ass, especially after the Dolphins blew that game to the Cardinals. I'm frustrated because of pick'em reasons. Guy in first place, that was a like 24-point swing for him again. This is the 4th or 5th week now in a row where he's at a game with the 24 swing. Second week in a row with the Cardinals where they won like basically last minute on some shit. So this Cardinals team's pretty good. I will say that. They've actually started to improve and they've played a little bit better. But man, after that, I'm done with the Dolphins too. I'm pissed off with them. I'm
Yeah,
getting mad with a lot of these teams. A lot of these teams are starting to get to that point with me where it's like I don't even want to deal with you guys anymore. I'm over this shit. I'm so sick of it, man.
I'll say the Cardinals are a fun team. I won't say they're a good team.
Yeah.
You gotta be a
I
little
could.
good to be fun. I got you.
I'm not gonna fight you on that. Let's just put it that way.
That's fine.
I may not fully agree, but I ain't gonna. That's one of those ones. Hey, you might have a point there. They might be a fun team. You might be right about that. Maybe they're just a fun team. They are first in the NFC West though, so shout out to them somehow.
Heyo, I did
Somehow,
see
some
that.
way.
Man,
Crazy.
shout out to Arizona, bro. Glendale, to be specific. Dallas Cowboys. They're on the road in hot Atlanta, baby, taking on the Falcons. Falcons -2.5 at home. Total 51 in the hook here. Uh, Cowboys just
Oh, sorry. Cowboys haven't been showing up lately. I didn't know I had to as well.
man, it's been bad. Oogly boogly.
Horrible. That no run game. Dak, when they're down 14-21, he looks great in stats. When they're close, for whatever reason, it's just he has some boneheaded interceptions and everything. I'm staying away from this game. I'm gonna take some coup kicking props. I'm Matt is. Well, I just got to bring this up. Matt, one of the worst things I didn't do. Chris Boswell kicking points over 7.5 plus 140 hit in the first half, and I didn't take it. So I'm gonna be taking coups because I just feel like there's gonna be a lot of field goals in this game.
I can see it.
I might not be mad with the rushing stats either on the Falcons, by the way. They're really, really, really good rushing team. This could get ugly in that aspect.
Definitely can dominate that. I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this game. I have no reason to. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
shocked if either of these teams. I wish both these teams could lose. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be shocked if either lost, though. Honestly.
no, that would be nice. Commanders, baby, Washington. I'm not sure. You probably know more than me about Jaden Daniels. They're taking on the New York Football Giants. Giants home dogs of 3.5. Total set at 44.5 here. If Jaden Daniels is ready to go, I'll take the 3.5. I'll lay it.
He should be. I mean, I saw he's questionable in fantasy. They said he's dealing with the same thing that he was dealing with last week. So I'm assuming he's going to play in that case.
I like Washington, man.
Yep. And something else, if you want to, do they have it up? They do. Jay Daniels. Over 1.5 passing touchdowns, plus 112.
Some nice plus money.
Not
Little
bad. I mean,
gold mines, little nuggets, little shavings.
I think they're actually going to score touchdowns this time instead of kicking like 15 field goals.
Yeah, no, they figured it out, man. I think Cliff Kingsbury should still be a head coach in this league.
Tell you what, shout out your boy for giving shout that over 7.5, man. That's looking like it's gonna be really nice here soon and upcoming. And also shout out FanDuel for still not cashing out the James Cook bet. The people want their goddamn money.
Yeah, they got a line for that shit.
They're like, we'll get him in a few weeks. They don't need it right now.
All right. They had to pay me all my Dodgers money. They got to figure it out.
Scared. They know where you're gonna put it. Like, man, college basketball soon. We gotta take our time with this boy.
You already know. Chicago, the Bears, they're taking on the Arizona Fun Cardinals. Cardinals, this is basically a pick 'em, but you can get minus 1.5 on the Cardinals at home. Total set at 44 and a hook. Been going back and forth on this game all week.
Fun Cardinals, man. I love it. Yeah, hi. I think Cardinals are bust for me, and I don't think I want to bet this game. I just don't trust the
I was
Bears.
feeling like the Bears. I know. I hate this game.
I just can't bet the Bears, man. After watching the Bears for 4 years in Chicago, I just can't trust the Bears, man. Especially if they're blowing games like they're all of a sudden they win a game they shouldn't, and then they blew it. It's like, that's the most Bears thing ever. I mean, they should bounce back, I think, a little bit this week, especially after what happened last week. But I will say, Cardinals, the favorite, seem to be horrible, but whenever they're dogs, they play amazing. So I'm probably just gonna stay away from this game.
Definition of a fun team, baby. No, I'm playing. The Jaguars, baby, of Jacksonville, 7.5 point dogs taking on the Philly Eagles. I can't believe this number 7.5, but then again, I don't know. Two trash ass
Jacksonville
teams.
stinks.
Yeah, two Jaguars do stink. Hey, they covered on Sunday.
I wouldn't. This is. I was gonna say this is one of those games where the Jaguars would cover this game, but still lose, and the Eagles wouldn't win, and the Eagles fans would be pissed. That's how I just end. It's like for some whatever reason, this game's close in the fourth quarter. Eagles fans are kind of like, oh, what the fuck is going on, man? And then they're up they go up like 14-17 or whatever. Maybe I would say like probably 14 with like 3 minutes left. Then Trevor Lawrence drives down the field to cover some stupid shit. Like, I don't.
I mean, bro, I'm watching the Packers game 27-17, like 8 minutes left. I'm like, bro, we just need to stop and run the damn clock out. Next thing I know, it's 27-27.
Yep.
Trevor
Last week is literally what made
me
me
do all that just to lose.
All that just to lose. And then literally Jaden Reed, second play, 50 yards on the sideline. Would have been cool if he scored there, just saying. Anyway.
I walked like literally to the other room for a second, and I just heard Jaden Reed, and I'm like, bro, it don't sound like he scored.
If he just scored, that would have been great for the culture for a lot of reasons.
30, I don't know the kid name. It might not even be number 30, whatever. Four string running back want to slide down at the 4, bro. Get your ass in the end zone.
They don't want to give him the ball. They didn't give him the ball back. They kicked the field goal to win. To be fair, but that tough one. But I'm not gonna. No reason to. I don't think I'm taking anything in this game either. I'll take the usual trio we take: AJ Brown touchdown, Saquon Barkley touchdown, Jalen Hurts touchdown. Taking some Saquon Barkley rushing stats. Take him 2 times touchdowns as well because I think Jacksonville's gonna get ran over a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Rams, baby.
AJ Brown longest they don't have it up. Sorry, real quick. AJ Brown longest reception if it's at like 19 or so yards, 19, 20 yards. Take that as well because he'll probably get one bomb on the sideline. He gets that about once a game.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it's going to be. I can't see the line.
No, I like it. My guess is 23.
I'll see if another book has it real quick.
Hell yeah. You got the Los Angeles Rams, baby, in Seattle this weekend. Little NFC West showdown. Seattle plus 104 on the money line, plus 1.5 on the spread. Total set at 48 and the hook here. I got nothing. Nathan, nada on this game. Probably won't even watch the highlights.
Kyron Williams, anytime touchdown. That streak's still going. If you want to throw that into a fun low parlay, because that's probably going to be like minus 280 again. But past that, yeah, I don't know. I would think Rams would win this game. If it's anything for me, it's Rams. But I'm probably just going to stay away because yeah, this feels like anybody can win this game truly.
Yeah, I like the Rams now. They're getting healthy. They've been nice the last few weeks, at least on covering.
By the way, what was your guess for the AJ Brown longest reception? Say 23,
23 and a hook.
5 and a hook,
25 and a hook.
25. Not bad. I think I still kind of like it.
Yeah. Hey, if you get 24, you can get 30, huh?
I mean, why not?
You
Just,
would think.
all it is Jalen Hurts throwing him a bomb from the 50, and he gets tackled at like the 10. That's all we need.
Hell yeah. We got the Detroit Lions, who've been running amok the last month. They're taking on the limping, the lowly Green Bay Packers without Jordan Love again. Man, man. Before the season, everybody, including myself, high on the Packers. And they have a good team. They have a good record. You just hate to see when that season is supposed to happen, and then the quarterback's just dealing with injury after injury. Second injury of the season, about to miss his basically fourth game. I mean, he missed the whole second half Sunday. Packers plus 3.5 at home in Lambeau Field, taking on Detroit. Total 47 and a hook. Man, it's hard not to hit that plus 3.5 on the Packers, but it just feels like fool's gold if Malik Willis is starting and we get this Detroit Lions team at full force.
I mean, to be fair, LaFleur has been really, really good with Malik Willis, and that's the part that has me a little bit scared. But dude, Lions are so goddamn good. There's no Jordan Love. It's Lions for me all day, every day because I mean, dude, they are just rolling right now, and it feels like they got everything clicking. I mean, Jared Goff 8 for 12 for like 85 yards and 3 touchdowns. I went 50 something 12. Jameer Gibbs rushing over. Give me it. Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, anytime touchdowns. You know how we roll. Those are hitting almost every single week. Jameer Gibbs is on an NBA Jam with rushing stuff. I mean, this Lions team is rolling. I mean, they're having fun. It's a fun team to watch, man. I
Nah,
truly am getting to the point real quick. Sorry to interrupt. Getting to the point real quick where I'm thinking it's Lions Chiefs Super Bowl. That's kind of where I'm leaning right now.
can't do it. I can't get there with you. But I do love this Lions team. Right now, they are the best team in the NFC. Uh,
Who would be
I
your Super
just
Bowl, by the way? Sorry to interrupt.
that's a tough one. Honestly, I haven't thought of it 1 second.
That's why. I agree. That's why me just throwing out two names. That's right now. Like if I had to pick on the spot, like that's just why I said it. That's why I was just curious because the Lions have been playing that good. Where it's like I can see them getting the Super Bowl, but it's like man, they got to prove it first, obviously.
Yeah, I can't trust them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like I really do, and I hate to say it, but I think there's a handful of teams in the playoffs that I would take against the Lions, especially. I
Fair.
mean, it looks like Lions going to be at home throughout the playoffs, but don't let them have to go to Washington or something that second week. I don't know. I doubt Washington will have a better
Hey.
record than them, but uh, even at home, though, man, it's teams that I like against them. I've never been a
Fair.
believer in Jared Goff. Bad taste in my mouth. Anything Jared Goff, honestly. The only time he went to the Super Bowl was fraudulent.
Mm. Yeah. I
But
forgot. Yeah, that was your team.
I will say this: they are the best team in the NFC right now. Come playoff time, they're gonna have to deal with some people. You got to probably deal with the Packers again. You got Falcons. NFC West is kind of weak this year. I'm not really worried about anybody from that
Yeah.
division, but I definitely got some surprise teams. Even I mean, we saw last year with the Bucks getting hot at the right time and taking down the at the time almighty Eagles.
Yeah. I mean, it's like anything can happen when you get in the playoffs. Honestly, I mean, it's truly that case with the NFL. And yeah, I mean, like all it takes is Dan Campbell going for it on fourth down, like that fake punt he did against the Vikings. All it takes is something like that not going your way, and the whole game flips on its head.
Yeah,
And
it's
he is
hard.
aggressive too. Dan Campbell being aggressive in the playoffs is going to be a for sure thing.
Yeah. Now I hate to say it, I've been getting a weird feeling about the Falcons all year. Like I'm gonna have to watch their ass in the playoffs, go all the way to the Super Bowl.
Oh, that'd be disgusting.
I mean, Kirk Cousins has just been on one. I feel like this season.
You mean Mr. Walk in your trap, take over your trap?
Yeah, I don't know why he's not getting more love for. I guess the weird thing about these awards, it's like if you're in a box for one award, like he's comeback player of the year award, it's like
They
you
won't
can't
put you in
even.
any other one. Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
stupid.
we're not even gonna talk about you as MVP, even though you're down there in Atlanta making them look like an elite team in the league.
Yeah. Because they have Jaden Daniels, rookie of the year. It's like, all right, minus 450. So you aren't getting offensive player of the year or MVP. It's like, why not? He's been
Yeah,
really good. I'm with you for that. It's ooh. By the way, they have something fun up here. Record breaker. Derrick Henry break the single season rushing record of 2,100 rushing yards is plus 2,500 and break the single season rushing touchdown record at 29 is plus 25,000. Those might be interesting sprinkles that I might consider. I don't know what he's at right now though, so I don't. I'd have to look that up before, but I just want to throw that out there because the way he's like progress. I mean, I think he's on pace to actually do it. The rushing
he's
one, at least.
definitely
I don't
on
know
pace
about
to
the other
do it.
one.
My biggest fear is Lamar Jackson. I
Yeah.
watched 2 games this season where Lamar Jackson has looked like he said, "Fuck Derrick Henry."
My turn.
Yeah,
And if he is on the
every
MVP run,
every run pass option, I'm running it or I'm passing it. I ain't handing that shit off.
that
I
is
feel
very
like Lamar
fair.
Jackson really feel like that.
How many? He might. He actually might. But same time, hey, maybe it's just we're. Maybe it's just because you don't know. I don't want to
Yeah,
call him out for that. I don't want to accuse him of it, but you never know. I mean, it's in the conversation, and
he's got
you
11
never know a player's
touchdowns,
mindset. Ooh,
and we're
ooh,
halfway through the
that's tough.
season. I know. I feel like 25 at best.
I mean, for the odds, I'm at least going to put like 10 on it. But yeah, that one feels pretty tough. I like the rushing yards one. The rushing yard one feels like it's definitely close. I know he's for sure on pace for that one.
He he's got 946 already.
Yeah, that's easy. I mean, and that's literally just him. He would have if he does another pace, he'd be at about 2,000. Or no, sorry, 1,900. That's basically him just having an extra 100 rushing, 200. Sorry, an extra 200 rushing yards spread across those games. I mean, he's gonna get. I think the Ravens schedule is actually the only thing that sucks for the Ravens. They do play the Steelers twice. That can maybe run into some trouble if the Steelers defense lights them up, but the Ravens schedule I don't think is too bad down the stretch.
The only reason, yeah, I love it. The only reason I don't love it, I don't know. I've seen games where he's literally sitting there at like 15 carries, 42 yards, and breaks
Yeah,
off a 50-yarder. He's done that like 3 times this year, and just it looks good on paper, but it's really just that one 70-yard run he got in the fourth quarter. Which
yeah,
is, I
that's
mean,
what I
that's what he
say.
does though. He wears you down and then he explodes. So it
Real
definitely
quick,
at the numbers, interesting.
I was about to say, so we can move on to the next game. I was just going to read out the schedule real quick. Then, so they have Broncos, Bengals, Steelers, Chargers, Eagles, bye, Giants, Steelers, Texans, Browns. Interesting. I mean, it's something to keep an eye on for sure at this point. I don't know if we're for sure locked in on it, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to touch that with you somehow, some way. Man, last 2 games, we got your Indianapolis Colts in primetime football this week, taking on the Minnesota Vikings minus 5.5. Minnesota is at home. Colts plus 5.5. Your boy, you ain't got to talk about it, but if you want to talk about it, Joey Flacco.
It's a tough situation. I really don't want to talk about it too much because I feel like I spent way too much time on it. He's 22. Basically, to sum it up, Anthony Richardson's 22. He's gonna grow from it. This is
Is he really?
it's best
Is he
way to
really
put it.
tapped
It's a
out?
canon event. I ain't gonna lie, he was tired.
I never
No,
heard that shit.
dude, I haven't either. It's tough. It's a tough look, man. I love the kid though. I think he's gonna grow from it. I think he's gonna be. He's got. Yeah, I think this was just one of those things where it's like you know how it be. His whole life he's only played like what 20 games. He's had the freedom of like, hey, you're the guy, we need you, you're the guy. This is probably one of the few times in his life where it's been like, hey, buddy, this can all go away from here real quick. It's just I think he's gonna start again at some point. I don't know if it's for sure probably gonna be next season. But I wouldn't be shocked if he starts again at some point this season. I think this was more of just a reality check. And then he comes out in the media and says, coach really didn't tell me why I was benched. Like, dude, He's just not getting the full picture of being an NFL quarterback. Yeah, like you can. I said on my show, you can be if Patrick Mahomes was saying this shit. There's a little bit more like, okay, you at least earn the right to be like honest. Like he can be honest. It's just like, dude, there's some shit you just can't say. You just gotta learn. He's 22. He's gonna learn. That's the best way to put it. He's gonna learn. I'm excited to see the future for it. But yeah, it's just weird spot because it's like, man, I don't think they're gonna win it. Colts are gonna win a Super Bowl this year. It'd be fun to watch them make the playoffs and like do something that's like, then we get another mediocre pick. It'd be fun to have a higher pick to maybe, get Travis Hunter. I don't know. I know that's not gonna happen, but it'd be fun to get maybe a better player. You gotta let the kid learn. At the same time, it's like he can learn more than I know he needs on-field reps, but he can learn more than just playing on the field, especially when you just gotta learn, man. Hey, you can tell the truth. You can be truthful, man. There's some shit you gotta lie about. You can't be saying you're tired, man.
Yeah, bro. I think I pulled my hamstring, coach. I need to go sit your ass down real quick.
And you know what the worst part is too?
Give you some water, look at you, and you be like, I'm straight.
Hey, we good. And then the worst part too is like like right before the game, they're like, hey. All right, before the media conference and everything, like, hey, buddy, listen, they're gonna ask you this question. Do not tell them what you told us. Please, for the love of God, do not tell them what you told us. Please, please, please. And then he goes out to the ass. He's like, I ain't gonna lie, I was tired. And the guy in the back was like, this motherfucker, man. But no, honestly, he's gonna learn. I mean, you can say it's just frustrating because it's like, man, I love the kid to death. Want the kid to be special. It's just frustrating, man. Colts plus 5.5. I think they're gonna win. Yeah, he's gonna learn. It's just it's beyond frustrating, honestly, because it's like, man, he is the future, but it's like now he's got Colt Nation divided. Now there's a war amongst the fans. Like, man, there's too much turmoil going on. They just need to. It's frustrating all around. But we'll learn from it. Colts plus 5.5. Colts are gonna keep it close. They might even win this game. This is gonna be a tough game for Anthony Richardson, regardless. Though, let's be real, against this defense he's playing. So I'm very excited for how Joe Flacco's going to look, and I'm excited for Anthony Richardson to come back. And by the way, I got nothing to the Monday night game. I'll figure that game out later because 8.5 feels like way too big. Feels like Chiefs are going to win for sure, though. Kareem Hunt, anytime touchdown, Chiefs to win money line thing. That's probably what I'll take.
24-20 or some dumb shit like that.
Yep.
But
I think Chiefs for sure win.
The kid, he's too young and too good to realize, like, he's not automatically going to be the starter for the Colts the next 10 years.
Yeah. It'll build some chips. It'll build some chips for him.
I definitely think in college, high school, whatever level, he was like, y'all got it. And they're just like, all right, whenever you're ready, go back out there. But now,
and like, there's that talented that he could
get your ass in shape.
Yeah, because let me tell you what, when you get handed the keys to $1 billion corporation and you're making $34 million and you're a fourth overall pick, there's expectations coming then. The people who are defending him and trying to attack people for saying, why are they doing this move? I gotta be careful the way I word this. There's some people just don't know football the way they are. They're defending him tapping out. It's like, you can't. I love what Dan Orlovsky said. How are you going to tap out? And then when you need the game on the line, say it's playoffs. All right, boys, we need a 15 play drive right here. I need everything you got on this drive so we can win it. Motherfuckers gonna look at you and be like, we're gonna see Joe Flacco in like we're gonna see Joe Flacco in like 8 plays at this point. So all right, we'll wait for Joe to come in. All right, buddy. It's just he loses. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still the captain of the team. He's still going to be the future of the team.
You can say it all you want. You can put the C on the jersey. But
hey, yeah, this is how it's going to go.
That they tied too.
Yeah, that's a bit. That's just you can't do it. And the best part about it is he's going to grow from it, and I'm excited because it's going to go one of two ways. He's either going to be the best version of himself now because he's going to realize, hey, maybe I do need to take this a little bit more seriously. Maybe there is some stuff that I probably should, keep to myself, should do this versus that, or he's just going to be like, whatever, fuck this team. And then yesterday at practice, seemed like he was locked in. And the worst part, too, is he can still be himself. He just needs to realize you don't say you're tired of the media. That's the biggest thing I'm mad about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I don't care about the tap out. I could have let that be. I thought, like, there's so much. I could care a lot of stuff. It's just, he's not handling, saying too much right now. You're 22, man. Keep some of that shit inside.
Yeah, he's young, bro.
He'll learn.
He thinks the whole world's going to be like, oh, he's tired. Yeah. I know what it feels like to be tired.
And yeah, there are some people saying that, but everybody who should he should really care about is like
in the locker room. They all tired too, bro. They probably more tired than your ass.
Look at Michael Pittman. He should have been put on IR, and this dude is playing out there every single game, knowing that he's only going to get like 3 balls from you because you're completing 13% of your passes right now. Like I don't want to get into it too much because I genuinely do love Anthony Richardson. I'm excited for it, but man, it's a tough situation.
Imagine the coal workers downtown Indianapolis.
Man, I'm paying for this goddamn stadium, and you're tired, you motherfucker. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do all that.
Nah, it's tired, man. Tired. Man, I appreciate you, man. Any last words on this Halloween episode?
Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope everybody has some fun. It's gonna be sorry to interrupt your outro a little bit. I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a fun one. Happy to see you back, and I can't wait to see you back in full force college football or college basketball starting up here soon. It's gonna be fun, man. Sports they're starting to heat up. It's starting to become that time. It's probably the last weekend you'll be able to golf and because it's getting cold out, and then that's when it's like, hey, sports are heating up. Playoffs are a month away in college football. NFL halfway through the season.
Man, better get your turkeys ready.
Put the trees up.
Hell yeah, man. My guy, JCP from the JC Pod. Follow him on Twitter. It's at the bottom of the screen right now. J95 Chandler. On X, my man. Paulie Poole.
Peter
Poole. My dog. Take all
just
these
because I
records at
can't
your
put the
own
mask
risk.
up.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all noticed, it's a little
please.
tight.
Gamble responsibly. My man, I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming on, having a blast with me. Talking some damn foosball. Next week we'll have some good games. Better games than these for sure.
Probably, yeah. This is one of those weekends where it's a little slow weekend. But
yeah.
College football is gonna save it for us.
Yes, sir. I agree. I think so. Gonna be some fun ones, man. Have a good weekend. Thank everybody.